Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rusty 78609. I'm at Manzano Mountain State Park in New Mexico, elevation about 7,300 feet. Right now it's probably about 58 degrees in that range. Pretty cool, or it's comfortable, let me say that. And I'm being a little quiet because it's early in the morning. It's a little after 8, and some people are just getting up. There's two campers within voice distance of where I am. I'm at campsite number 31, and I'm trying to find my note. Here it is. And keep the camera steady at the same time. Talk about a challenge. But anyway, there's no showers. There is a dump station. The elevation is 7,300 feet. And with the annual pass, the annual state parks pass in New Mexico, boondocking like I'm doing is free. My campsite has a little fire ring, and it also has a table. And this is the campsite here. This is my casita. There's my solar, 120 amp hour, or 120 watts with a 120 amp battery. And so let's go take a walk and see what we've got here. I'm going to walk around this little loop, but I'm going to be quiet because there's two campers here. This is site number 31. See right here. And then this loop, this is all the dry camping area. No hookups here at all. You got one campsite up in here, right over there. I'm not sure what number that is. Let me go see. You'd think it would be 32, but that doesn't necessarily follow. Actually, it is 32. 32 would be a very good site. And then there's a couple of sites over here behind the outhouse. Good morning. How you doing? He never speaks. That's site number 36 where they are, where that tent is. And there's another site right next to it and a site here. That's why I didn't get it. This one doesn't have anybody besides you real close. But hell, there's nobody here anyway, so it's a moot point. This is site number 37. They're not very big. And this one right next to it, I mean really right next to it. And they're small sites. A lot of them are small. There's a few that are large enough. That's site number 23. It says occupied. As you can see, it's occupied. And then right next to it, within reaching distance, is another reserve site that says occupied. Okay, all these are occupied. I think what it is, they've rented this group shelter for the weekend, and apparently there's a group coming in. We'll have to see how that goes. I'm walking right into the sunlight, I know. Yeah, I found out yesterday they do have several of these freshwater spigots here throughout the camp. It says drinking water. They're all locked. See this? They're all locked. You know why they locked them? Because some people left them running. So they decided, hell with it, they just lock them up. So you've got one freshwater spigot that's all the way down this road at the dump station. This is site number 30. It says occupied. But this whole circle in here that I'm walking out of is the dry camping area or the boondocking area. And all these sites are showing occupied because they got some kind of a gathering this weekend. We'll see how that goes. I said that earlier. It's again, I'm walking right in the sunlight, probably not too good, but that's the way it is. And here's another water spigot here. And it looks like this one's unlocked, but there's a spider web growing on it, so that's not a good sign. No, it's locked. See right there? This is a campsite right here that has electric and I'm sure it's a reserve site. Yeah, it is. This wouldn't be too bad right here. That's a big roomy site. And it is site number 9, but it says reserve. And here's another one over here, reservation site number 10, that has a little cover. But they don't have water, they just have electric. So you can see how crowded this is in here. Every site's taken. What do you say, dog? Good morning. So when you get people, you got dogs. When you got dogs, you got barking. Good morning. How you doing? Looks like it's going to warm up quick today. They've even rented out the handicap site. Or not rented it, I mean. If all the other campsites are full, then you can take the handicap site, or they'll tell you to take it. And this is the ranger spot here. It's the office. It's always closed. And there's a sign that says, "Sorry, we're closed." I've been by here a few times, nobody here. This is Ponderosa Pine. You know how I know that? I'll show you. That's Ponderosa Pine. Here's another drinking water deal. Locked. I'm not sure I totally agree with that, but here's another reserve. This one says I could actually camp here for one night because it's available and you can stay one night. Site number 13, Lucky 13. We'll make the whole loop and I'll end the video. There's a residence over here. You know how I know that? It's a staff residence. Site number 14 right here. Got a big fifth wheel in there. So yeah, you can get a big fifth wheel in some of these. This one over here you couldn't. Site number 15 you could only get a about my casita in there, and that's it. This is a huge one over here. I mean, a big old good one. But he's impotent. He's talking on the phone. That's another reservation site. This is the camp host over here, and they're always off. I don't know what the hell's going on here. All right, so every time I see the sign, it says off. And then there's some water here at the dump station that says do not drink. And of course the host has 4 dogs. Don't drink that. And then hidden behind this brush over here is the only drinking fountain that's available. And that's where I got my water. And then here's a little warning about, that you're in black bear country. And that's pretty much all the sites. There's a few more on this other side. We'll walk down that way too, since I'm kind of out for my morning walk. This is the entrance right here. So when you come up this road, you go to the right there. You can't go straight, or you shouldn't, because there's a sign there that says do not enter. And as you come up the hill, you turn to the right and you come right into the campground, just like we did yesterday. So one way this way, supposedly. And immediately here on the right is a campsite, but it ain't very big. I mean, it's probably, you might get a casita in there, and then I don't know where you'd park your vehicle. And here's the pay station. I don't have to pay anything, so I didn't even get a pay envelope. This is number 1. But it ain't very big. If you have one of those little teardrops, probably work. It's got a table. This one has a cover right here. This is obviously number 2. guy in a van. Get out here in these elevations and you don't realize how thin the air is. I've been at 6,500 or 6,300 feet for about 2 weeks or more longer, and so I'm fairly well acclimated to the elevation. Here's a reservation site here. This one doesn't have anything, but you could stay there one night. These little covers they have here are pretty nice. I'll show you one. See, there's number 5 over there. You wouldn't want that one. I mean, that thing is uphill, unlevel. This one looks like it's pretty level. What number was this? 6. You can stay one night without a reservation. But yeah, this is a good one here. Yeah, this is plenty wide. You got a nice view. You got a little wood fence around. It's kind of like living in a house. I might back over here later and spend one night here. Got a fire ring. I don't use them anyway. But that's the covered area. And it's facing north. Is that right? Actually, not. Kind of facing south. Interesting. I don't know why they did that. And then we got a giant fifth wheel over here, I think. Yeah. He barely got in there, I guarantee you. It's a pretty campground if you like forest. You know, as far as electric, this one has electric, but it's reserved. This is a good one, number 8. If you wanted to make a reservation. They have Horseshoe Pits. Follow that trail right here. And then they have bear-proof trash cans here, but over in my area they aren't bear-proof. Can't figure it out. I wonder why that is. The bear only come where there's electric hookups. Okay, so then we go over here and go back to my RV. So that's it. This is site number 10, has a little cover. It says visitor center, but I've never seen anybody there. And there's my casita straight ahead. I'll end the video over here at the group shelter or whatever they call it. There's those little squirrels. I'll see if I can zoom. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's right in here. Right in there. There he goes. They're everywhere. I see a lot of those. I call them rock squirrels. I don't know what they're called. Yesterday I saw about 10 of them. I was going to do a video, but every time I go get the camera and come back, everybody's gone. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this event goes on Saturday. Just hope it's not a noisy group, you know. If it is, I'll move to one of those reserve sites you can stay in for one night. But I doubt if you could get away from the noise here because there's just not a lot of, it's not a big campground, not a big park. This is really neat though. We got some big barbecue pits. And then these tables in here are made out of concrete. Yeah. Nice wood roof. And this is the trail that I probably will walk on here in a little bit for a little ways. It's called the Outer Loop Trail. I walked on it a little ways yesterday and just checked it out because if you can get out here far enough where you can get a view of this valley and so forth, it'd be pretty nice. I'll go down it a ways so you can see it. You've seen enough of the campground. If I see a bear, the next thing you'll see is this camera shooting straight up in the air and my butt headed the opposite direction. There's my RV right up there. We'll go down here a little bit and then I'll just cut through to my casita. Not very noisy, is it, guys? Other than that fly that's decided to follow me. Okay, right along in here somewhere I can cut straight left and go to my RV. Famous last word, one of my shortcuts. I'm going to do it now while I'm thinking about it. Right here. This is the trail I found yesterday, or that I made up. There's that white spot ahead is home, E.T. go home. See this little drainage area down here? That's what I follow back to my RV. So I'll get up here to the RV and end the video. And that is Manzano State Park, New Mexico on, let's see, July the 12th, 2019, I think. It's about 8:30 Mountain Standard, Mountain Daylight, Mountain Time. It's 8:30 where I am. That's all you need to know. And there's home. And the solar is doing its thing, and I'm doing mine, so thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye, buy anything you want, anytime. But if you think about it, use the link to Amazon, my store, or use the PayPal thing, and thank you. So, drink plenty of water, keep your health, stretch, walk, take deep breaths. All that stuff to keep you healthy, guys, and one of these days you'll be doing this. Adios, amigos. Bye-bye.